Hey everybody, Frank Finance here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Alibaba jumped nearly 15% today to end the day around $120 a share, a price they haven't seen since February. So it's been several months now since we've seen them at these elevated prices. I say elevated just because they've been so depressed, under $100 for so long. So what do we think is going to happen moving forward? They are getting very, very close to seeing that 200-day moving average come down. We'll look at the charts a little bit more and I'll give my thoughts on Alibaba in the next 6 to 12 months. Before we get started, if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Now to your content. So as I mentioned earlier, Alibaba is at $120 a share roughly and jumped 15% today in their trading. And after hours, they're just above $120 a share. I think intraday, they went all the way up to almost $21 a share. So that was exciting to see. In the last week, they're up 27%. In the last 2 days, again, from the 7th, they went from 99 and they ended the day up 5% yesterday. Today, they jumped 15%, like I said. For the week, their last 5 days, they're up 27%. The last month, they're up 40% since around $81 a share. In the last 6 months, they still are negative, down 3%. And year to date, they're still negative. In the year, you'll see that big negative where they're up above $200 a share, which is around where I first started covering Alibaba, still thinking their fair value at the time was around $300 a share. So what is exciting about this new uptick in Alibaba here? What's there to be excited about moving forward? All right, so the first thing that's exciting is the 200-day moving average is getting very, very close. Actually, the stock price is getting very close to breaking that 200-day moving average. If it does break and is able to sustain that, we are possibly going to see an uptrend in Alibaba over the next 6 to 12 months, which is extremely exciting. You can see that we've been a heavy downturn or a heavy downtrend for the last year and a half. And you can see this trading band, you can just see that it's just been straight down. It's only jumped past this maybe once on a higher side. And then on the lower side, you can see it's only breached it just momentarily a few times. On the downside, it has breached it a couple different times, but it slowly pops back up. So anytime we do see that breach past this trading band, I do get a little cautious on if we're going to. However, this one is substantially outside of that band. So it does give me a little bit of confidence that we're going to see at least maybe some support here. I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped down to $100 a share. So I'm not saying that this is a guarantee. Really, once we see it stay above 126 for about a week, I think we're going to be in a decent uptrend, or at least have some stability around that range. It could be wrong about that, but I'm hoping I'm not. So Alibaba, moving forward, we're going to want to see them get above that 126. If we start to see them drop, they're going to go into this band, and every time that they've hit that over that period, we've seen them drop down into the lower part of this band. So if they do break back past this band, I think they could go back down to $70 a share, which would be a big hit if you're going into investing right now. You take almost a 40-50% loss if you bought in now and it dropped down there. So there is a considerable amount of risk if you are a new investor. If you were able to buy low, or if you've been holding this entire time since they were 200, now is not a time to get out of the stock, even if you saw it continue to go lower. Again, not a lot has changed fundamentally on Alibaba. That's why I don't make videos every week like other folks, but there's just not a lot of new news out there around Alibaba. And this specifically about the gaming, I'm sure it has some wings behind it, but again, there's larger things at play here, and I don't know if Alibaba can overcome that all by itself. But overall, this is a good trend. It's the best trend we've seen in Alibaba in this year and a half long rut that they've been in, since they were almost at was $300 a share. And we've seen them crater all the way down to around, I think at some point they were at 70 something a share. So moving forward, again, we're going to want to see that support. We're going to want to see them break that 200-day moving average. I'm thinking if it doesn't happen in the next few days, if they trade up, it could break in the next few days. We'll want to see that sustain. If it doesn't happen in the next couple days, I do think the moving average, as long as they can stay around $100 a share, it should break the 200-day in about maybe about 2 months if we can't. We're going to see a lot of drop off. I believe these numbers are going to start dropping off here pretty quickly. Yeah, these numbers are going to start dropping off and then the highest around this is going to be around 137. So just thinking about the averages, we're going to get pretty close to 120, 120 and below on the averages. So if they can just stay at 100, we're going to hopefully see them break in the next 2 months, even without another couple of days of run up. Again, they only need an additional 5% to break this 126. So we'll see how this happens and plays out in the next couple of days. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. I do videos on personal finance, investing, and stock analysis. My name is Frank Finance. Out.